Okay, so I'm kind of curious. I'm going to use SilverAnt's alcohol stove, which has no wick, with their windscreen and with their bridge. So everything is SilverAnt. I'm going to use the SilverAnt 600 milliliter cup, which has the blueberry cake mix in. And don't go any higher than halfway. I am going to put the lid on. And I'm going to use the rice cooker. And I put a little over a half a cup of water in it. Now, when I ran the Evernew, I ran it on a very low, kind of like a simmer mode, is what I did. And I had to run it for 20 minutes and 20 minutes, so it took 40 minutes to cook that blueberry muffin. Now, I got 2 ounces of alcohol in this thing, and it's going to run hot. And it's probably only going to run for 9 or 10 minutes. And then we'll hit it with a toothpick and see if there's a difference. I don't know. We're going to have to find out and see what's happening. But I'm using this blueberry mix. You can buy this anywhere for $1.10 or whatever, which is great for taking camping. Now, if I can use the SilverAnt stove with the SilverAnt alcohol stove setup and the SilverAnt 600 milliliter mug with the rice cooker, will it take 40 minutes, or does this just speed up the cooking time to maybe 20 minutes? And if it does, well, this would be a much better setup then. That's for sure. I do see a nice flame in there going. Water's not boiling yet. So I'm running for just on 2 minutes now. And like I said, I got 2 ounces of alcohol in there, and it's going to burn hot, really hot. Can you make a blueberry muffin with the SilverAnt alcohol stove, the SilverAnt 600 milliliter, and their white rice cooker? And that's going to be a nice test. Okay, 4.5 minutes in, it's really boiling. I can hear it. Maybe I can move this, and you can hear it. Do you hear that boiling? It's getting really loud compared to last time. So remember, I've got the SilverAnt 600 milliliter mug in there, half filled with blueberry mix, and the lid's on. Is what I got going. Steam is coming out pretty hefty. Not sure you can see that yet, but the steam is coming out. Now, we could leave this for a couple minutes to keep the heat in, but I'm thinking maybe at the end I'll do that. So if I remove the lid, you'll see the hot steam come out. I'm now going to take the lid off the 600 milliliter. It doesn't look bad. So far, it doesn't look bad. Look. Now, I'm pretty sure that's not done. Not even close, because I can see it moving in there. So again, to recap on this, we're running the SilverAnt alcohol stove with their new windshield and the top that it hooks on. It is a much stable base with the SilverAnt 600 milliliter cup and the SilverAnt rice cooker. When I originally did this with the Evernew, it took over 40 minutes to make a nice muffin. This is steam baking, not dry baking. So you're not going to get a golden brown or anything like that. So the Betty Crocker blueberry muffin mix is about $1.10, $1.20. easy to carry in a backpack, easy to take with you. And if this whole new system works, and it does do it in 20 minutes, we have literally cooked our muffin in half the time. And that's what we're trying to test here. Can we cook that muffin in half the time because we're cooking on a higher heat inside the SilverAnt rice cooker with the SilverAnt alcohol stove? This is what this test is proving. We're at almost 11 minutes. Now I'm going to put this aside and leave it for another 4 minutes and see what happens before we pull that top off to get a good amount of cook time. I wanted to give it the ultimate time for cooking with using the least amount of alcohol is what I'm trying to do here. I truly don't want to run another 2 ounces of alcohol if I don't have to. Ideally, if this is done and it's done perfect, then this would be perfectly optimized. So let's do a bit of a recap while I'm waiting here. This is the SilverAnt titanium alcohol stove with their new setup, with their windscreen and the crossbars on top. You can only get it off their website. And the SilverAnt rice cooker with the SilverAnt 600 milliliter mug. It's got a little over half a cup of water in the bottom. The muffin mix was made with a half a cup of water, and I added an extra tablespoon of water to give it a little bit more moisture. I did grease the inside of the 600 milliliter mug. That's oil right there. Didn't use very much. I could probably make about 8 muffins with that little bit of oil. And we got the clock ticking. So let's have a look. And let's put a toothpick in it. Whoa, that's good news. From what I'm seeing there, that is very good news. I don't know. I don't think we need to run it again, guys. It's a tiny bit sticky. You want to see it here? Look at that. It did puff up really good. So there it is. And here we go. Wow. That actually didn't do too bad. Look, a little bit of stickiness. Can I get that out? Oh, yeah. Look at that. It didn't stick at the bottom. I'm impressed. Tastes really good. Let's cut it in half here. So we could have cooked it maybe with 1 more ounce of alcohol, and it probably would have came out perfect. But I did this with 2 ounces the first time, 2 ounces the second time, 20 minutes of cook time compared to the 40 minutes. And I think it turned out perfect. It didn't burn. We cooked it in half the time compared to the other video. Wow. Very edible. So there you have it. Can you cook a blueberry muffin with the SilverAnt alcohol stove with their setup? You can, quite easily. This whole SilverAnt setup here will cook a blueberry muffin. So if you have the SilverAnt alcohol stove, if you have the SilverAnt 300 milliliter mug, maybe all you need to do is pick up the rice cooker and you're going to be impressed with what you make after that. Very, very good. And I'm sure that now I've made this video, SilverAnt's going to be pretty impressed and think, hell yeah, SilverAnt, you're kicking butt. Catch you guys on the next one.